What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, and welcome back to another episode. So today we are going to go over 5 tips, 5 things to do to improve your mental health. And of course, this is a really important one, and one of the things that people are finally starting to talk about. And before I get to the list, I want you to know and understand you are the most important person in your life. There is no one who is more important than you. You might think that your kids are, or your significant other is, or your mama is, but the better you are, the better you can be at taking care of and being there for those important people in your life. If you don't take care of yourself mentally, then you won't be able to be the best person you can for them. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in. So number 1, and we're starting off with a touchy-feely one, pun intended, but number 1 is to get better at expressing your feelings. One of the most fascinating and beautiful things about humans is that we have a large range of emotions. You could feel the most joy and happiness and ecstasy and just on top of the world. And you can also feel horrible, depressed, angry, heartbroken, hopeless. And the fact that we're able to feel and express all those emotions is impressive. When you compare all living things, there is no other animal on this earth that has that spectrum of emotions, the same spectrum that humans do. So if you're feeling something and you feel like it needs to be let go, you need to let it out. If you feel anger about something, you have to let it out. If you feel sadness about something, you got to let it out. If you feel frustration towards something or somebody, you have to let it out. We have to stop holding things in. And I'll be the first person to tell you that I'm definitely guilty as hell with this one. I hold so much shit inside me, so much. Your body is at peace when your emotions are at ease. And when your emotions are at dis-ease, those emotions are inside you and you're not letting them go. And pun intended, if you're at dis-ease, it can cause disease in your body. And that is a fact. Emotions can cause sickness. And another thing I want to say is don't apologize for your feelings. Don't apologize for your feelings. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to get angry and beat somebody up, right? That's an issue. But if you're angry because of something that happened and you have that feeling, don't apologize for feeling that way. And don't apologize for expressing the fact that you're angry, for expressing your feelings. And again, I'm not saying to express your feelings in a violent way. And perfect timing, because last night Will Smith just slapped the hell out of Chris Rock. And literally I already had this episode written up and that happened. And it's ironic that I'm talking about this today. But anyway, so you don't express your feelings in a violent way or be angry and yell at people and cuss folks out. That's not what I'm saying. But if you feel sadness because something sad happens, don't apologize for feeling it. If you're mad and you tell somebody that you're mad about something, that's fine. Don't apologize for that. Another thing people do too much is apologizing for crying. Never apologize for crying. That is something that you have been holding inside you and you need to let that cry out. Whether that's about something that just happened or something that happened years ago. Because if we think about it, that really is what seems to make people cry in front of other people the most often. When they can't hold it in no longer because it's something they've been carrying for so long. It bubbles up and they can't stop it from coming out. Don't apologize for that. And the last part I'm going to touch on is don't ever let somebody invalidate your feelings. And I am definitely guilty of this. And unfortunately, I'm guilty on the other end of it. And my ex will tell you that I am definitely guilty. I used to be guilty of invalidating her feelings. And I had to check myself on that, and I had to learn. It doesn't matter if I think somebody is wrong or if I think the situation isn't a big deal. I can't deny somebody else's feelings towards whatever we're talking about or towards whatever's going on. And you shouldn't let anybody disregard or tell you how you should or shouldn't feel just because they don't feel the same way you do. People invalidate your feelings. And here's how it usually happens. Somebody says, hey, what you said hurt my feelings. What you said made me upset. Then the other person says, oh, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, or that's not what I meant. Here's what I meant. Here's the reason why I said that. That's invalidating. The correct answer is, I'm sorry what I said hurt you. The end. That's the only answer. I'm sorry. So don't be the invalidator and don't let people invalidate yours. And that's number one. Get better at expressing your feelings and stop holding it in. And number two is make sure you ask for help. We all need help. Every single one of us. We all will need help at some point. And a lot of people will want to start this journey that we're on, right? The journey of working on ourselves. And they'll start and try to make a difference and try to make a change. And they end up slipping back into their old ways. And they don't realize, oh, damn, I've been trying to do all this by my damn self instead of reading or listening to a podcast or asking other people how they sustain their happiness or mental state or get counseling. There are so many things out there to help us. And we try to do it in our own way, on our own, for whatever reason. So think about it like this. Imagine if everything you ever went through in life has a little bit of weight to it. And you go through one thing and it's like you put a small weight in your backpack and you go through something else and you add another weight, then another thing and you add some more weight. Small weights, some big, some medium, most of them small, but weight nonetheless. And you try and work all this out on your own. And the whole time there are people around you who are willing to take some of that weight off you, but you don't ask them. You don't ask them to take a little bit of that weight from you. And you decide to do it all alone. And that's why over time, you can start to feel weighed down. Physically, emotionally, and mentally weighed down by all the things you've been carrying around throughout your life. At some point, you have to look at this backpack and realize that you have been carrying all this damn weight. Weight from 15 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 months ago. You have all this damn weight. And if you don't put it down or hand some of it off to somebody else, it's going to come crashing down and it's going to take a hell of a lot of effort to get yourself back on your feet. So that is number two. Get better at asking for help. You have people around you who are willing and who want to. And number three is treat yourself like someone you're responsible for taking care of. What's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's dariusdotch@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here and let's get back to it. Treat yourself like you're someone responsible for taking care of. And you literally are. That's the funny part about it. You are responsible for taking care of yourself. Stop taking care of every damn body else and forgetting to take care of you, or quote unquote running out of time for taking care of yourself. Don't say that you don't have enough time. Make time. Make that time for yourself. It is important. You don't just forget to take care of your kids, right? You don't say, oh shit, I forgot to feed my kids again. No, no. You do what you need to do to take care of your children. So when was the last time you actually took care of yourself? And I know a few of y'all on here are listening and probably yelling at me right now because I have a habit of not doing this my damn self. And I'm working on taking care of myself because I won't even lie to y'all. History shows that I don't do it nearly enough. Self-care is important. And it might sound cliche or silly, but it's necessary. And I'm not talking about, oh, self-care day. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to get my hair done, get a massage. Yes, all of that sounds great and it can be self-care, but that's not all of what self-care is. Self-care is meditation. Eating healthy is self-care. Working out is self-care. Journaling, praying is self-care. Giving yourself time to just exist and catch up mentally with all the things you have going on instead of just going and going and going and going. And that's my weakness right there. I have a hard time taking a rest, having those days where I do nothing, because that is self-care. That is necessary. You are serving no one by ignoring your self-care. You are serving no one by ignoring your self-care. As a matter of fact, the people around you are worse off if you don't practice self-care. The better you are, the more time you take for yourself, the better you will be for those around you. And I don't know if I have any listeners who are coffee drinkers, but we've all seen the joke on TV when somebody gets to work really, really early and they say, don't talk to me before I have my coffee. Now, obviously, you're not like that, right? Right? Is that you? But anyway, but we all know it is a thing to be crabby in the morning, regardless, to be pissed off that you have to be somewhere early, right? We've all been in a bad mood because we have to be somewhere early as hell, or at the very least, we are more likely to be in a bad mood. Now, the flip side of that is when you wake up with enough time to eat, shower, relax, have a cup of coffee, maybe meditate if you're a meditator, right? You're not rushing at all because you have enough time to get to work comfortably. You can't tell me you won't be in a better mood if your morning went like that. You're going to be a better person to be around at work. You'll be in a better mood. Same thing with self-care. Same analogy. You'll be a better parent if you work on yourself and give yourself that self-care. Maybe your temper isn't as short. Maybe you have more energy for your children. Same thing for friends and family. You'll be a better friend and family member, all areas of your life. You can't pour from an empty cup. You're not serving anybody if you don't serve yourself. So that is number 3. Treat yourself like you're someone responsible for taking care of. And number 4, give yourself more time of just silence. Now, if that means meditation, just sitting outside, drinking a cup of coffee or tea in the morning, just taking a moment in the middle of the day to just sit for 10 minutes with no work, no responsibilities in front of you, whatever it may be, give yourself that. That's silence. We live in a world of just go, 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 go. And what you'll find is that, of course, you can go, 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 go because we're busy as hell. But the key is to go, 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 then silence. Go, 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 then silence. If you can do that, you will find that you will get more done and have more mental peace if you give yourself mental breaks throughout the day. And there are studies that prove this. But hell, I figured this out on my own damn self the hard way, right? I will go, 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 go until I needed the silence. And it kept happening. I kept needing the silence until finally I was like, you know what? Let me plan some breaks for myself. And literally, that's what I do. I plan breaks throughout my day. As a matter of fact, I'm taking one right after I record this episode. But the point is, your brain works better when you have a break in between going long periods of time working hard. If you give yourself some silence, right, to read, to meditate, to sit and do nothing, however you sit in silence, you will be so much more peaceful, especially if you go on a walk outside. Now, that is literally science. The visual of things slowly passing you by, passing your peripheral vision, is calming to your brain. So if you can be out in the woods somewhere or around trees, especially, it'll help even more. But walking in general does this. Having those things pass by you, right? Pass by your peripheral, that's going to make you more calm. So that's number 4. Give yourself more time in silence. And the last thing, number 5, put your thoughts down on paper. Write them down instead of having to try and figure them out in your head. And coincidentally, I actually brought this up, I think, in the last 2 episodes, right? It just so happened to come up. So I think the universe is trying to tell you something. Yes, you. Maybe this was meant for you to hear me talk about it. But thoughts can be really complex. So whether that's journaling or jotting them down, whenever you think of things or feel things, start writing them down on pen and pad. This will make it so much easier to work on them and so much easier to let go of the things that are no longer serving you. So put those thoughts down on paper. And that's it. Those are the 5 things. 1, get better at expressing your feelings. 2, get better at asking for help. 3, treat yourself like someone you're responsible for taking care of. Number 4, give yourself more time in silence. And number 5, put down your thoughts on pen and paper. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.